Hi everyone, my name is Cameron, and today we're back at another book review on Walton. And so yeah, and last time we left off on the near the end of the chapter that was called, I think it was rolling out the formula. So by that we just ended up finishing it, and so now we are on. Okay, we are now on chapter 9 called Building the Partnership. And so the first quote was not really a quote, but something they said by Paul Harvey. It's probably like it was highlighted, like it was at the beginning, probably because it's really important. So here it is. What you've created here is better than communism, better than socialism could ever be, better than even capitalism. I'd like to call what we've got here enlightened consumerism, where everybody works together as a team and the customer is finally king again. Meaning that they like what they mean is that they kind of favor the customers first, but they don't really do that. Just I'm going to actually go to explain it later, so because it's probably going to spoil some stuff. So yeah, and then they're talking about like how they became so prosperous, and I just skipped through some better things. It said from time to time they had we said branched out to more stores, and they always had a partnership with the managers, meaning that they pretty much had some like big managers who would like kind of take care of like each store, and they like to branch it out. Like back then, so like in the previous chapter, we were talking about like how uh they were kind of like falling behind in distribution because they opened it all too big. But like you'd rather go way too big than way too small. But it's still both is still bad. But make sure you're going big but not too big. And it's good to go really big, but at least be prepared for it. But if you fail, not really fail, but if you don't do good while going super big, at least you know like your mistakes now. But you should learn from another person, not yourself. Unless you only need yourself to do it, then go ahead. But it's smart to learn from other people's mistakes. And so Sam, like, he didn't make some mistakes. He set up his like his estate plan at the very beginning, once again, because he was super confident in his business. But yeah, all right. So, now there's talking about. Said Charlie Baum said. He mentioned something. I'm not sure if I caught it, but he was paying like these girls like 50 cents an hour. I'm not sure how much that is. I need my inflation calculator to see how much that is today's money. I think that's like probably minimum wage because 50 cents an hour. That's kind of sad. But then, like, if you transfer to inflation, it might be like at least $5. Maybe like I'm not sure. I think it's like $12 maybe. So, and their idea was that they would treat their employees well, so that they treat the customers well. They say like customers are first, but Sam Wilson said like they weren't. Sam Walton said he doesn't remember being that tight, meaning like they were kind of like strictly budgeted, meaning they were like strictly limited to paying certain people, so they paid their employees pretty low. I was at the beginning; they didn't do so good, but uh, then Charlie he put it up to 75 cents an hour, and Sam came over. No, not came over, but he called him and said, "We don't give raises to 25 cents an hour. We give them a nickel an hour." Meaning that back then, like before he did that, he usually just gave like a nickel an hour as a raise. And like looking at what they gave, that was like a 10% raise. That's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you're making 100K, you'll get like 110K, which is a pretty good difference. But now he's giving but Charlie's ignored him and kept it to 25 cents. Meaning if you made 100K and they get out a raise of 25 out of 50, meaning you got a 50% raise, that means you're now getting paid 150K, which is like a pretty good increase. Once again, you want to ask for bonuses, not raises, because bonuses they kind of give you more. Can you explain like why you're shooting for bonuses, not raises?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that out somewhere. I need to go like read a little more on that because I just remember on top of my head and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know too much about it, but I have to figure out that. I'll talk to you guys about it in the next video then.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but for now, yeah, and their idea was that if you treat the employee well, then they'll treat the customer well. And they're looking for, it's going to be like in the next page back here. Oh yeah, right here. It says that all right, now where it is. It says the more profitable. Oh, hon, I think I missed like a really important part. Okay, and here it is. The more you share profits with your associates, whether it's in salaries or incentives, or bonuses or stock discounts, the more profit will accrue to the company. Why? Because the way management treats the associates is exactly how the associates will treat the customers. Um, what it means is that like treat your workers well, and the worker will treat the customers well because they're happy. And if the associates treat the customers well, the customers will return again and again. And that's what the real profits coming in from Walmart. They're not trying to drag strangers into their stores for one-time purchases because, like, for splashy deals or just because like it's super cheap. Um, what they're looking for actually, they don't. That's why they don't do expensive advertising because they don't want the. They're not looking for the customers to come in and just come in there because it was like super cheap or super expensive advertising because advertising is pretty expensive. Um, and they're looking for satisfied, loyal, repeat customers, meaning that if you're ever running a store, you don't want to look for one-time things, meaning you don't want to scam people because that's how you not make money. You want to be the guy who's famous for being good, famous for your good actions,
Reputation, yeah.
reputation. You don't
Yeah.
want to be
You
the
prefer
one-hit guy.
return customer. It's easier to sell to return customer than
Yeah,
new
you don't
customer.
want to be the one-hit person who people think are amazing for like 1 second, and the next day you get like rocket bad reviews.
Yeah. Like hidden one.
Yeah, you want to be famous for you get more money when you're good for a good reason. People, that's why like successful people they like to give back because they don't want to be seen as greedy. They want to show people how like, hey, I'm nice too. You guys could catch up and become just like me. Of course, they don't give away all their secrets because they still want to be at the top. And I read about like I learned about something once, and apparently like it's like your life and your work is actually like a jungle where you have like these different predators and preys. Not necessarily prey. The strongest aren't necessarily preying on the like the weakers, but what they really do is kind of like some people like to attack them, like scammers would attack, but then again, if you are like a lion and you find this little rat or something that needs help, you could give away. You could give away to the homeless or something. Or if you help them too much, then they could kill you back. Meaning, people do that. Like, people just, some people will backstab you, and that's why Walmart is trying to find the most loyal customers as well as the loyal managers because they want to treat their managers well and they also want to treat the customers well just like you should treat other people unless they're mean to you then don't be too nice because if you're too nice people will step over you and you don't want that to happen. You want to be nice, protect yourself and others from getting stepped on. That's how it should be. So um okay, he said that he didn't catch on to that idea for quite a while because, like, um, apparently, like there was this thought where discounting wasn't very popular back then. Nobody, like at the time, discounting wasn't a big thing. Cause here's what people think. Like the average person mindset would usually be something like, oh, raise up the price to get more money. But the business mindset would be something like, if you discount, like say Walton did, you make more money. Let's say you have this hand sanitizer that is like super expensive right now. No, just kidding. It's just super rare. You can make it at home, but so what's going on is either one, you sell the hand sanitizer for $1,000 to get arrested for that. But if you do, then let's say you only get one sale in one day. You get $1,000 off one bottle. Or if you end up selling it for a regular price, like $1 or $2 for like a bottle like this big, maybe, like $1 for like tiny pouches. Like not anymore. Like they mark them up to like $3 now. If they mark it too much, they could get arrested. But so what's happening? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So if you discount it to like $2 each, then you will end up getting a lot of sales that will like outweigh the 1K. So people will say, "Oh, how about I raise the price?" Okay, let's say you get 100. Let's say you sell the hand sanitizer for $100. You get these customers and then you sell it for $2. You get like 60 purchases. You make $120, and you say, "How about I market the price to $5?" But you only get 20 purchases. So like their mindset was that if you discount, or at least you treat your sellers nice, like the people, like the managers who like to sell the stuff, then in a way it would kind of like affect people who buy it. They would come back again because the $1,000 you made off that one sale, they're probably not going to come back. But if you sell it for like $2 for the hand sanitizer, they are going to come back, and that's when the real money comes in. That's what he says. So yeah, and Sam Walton, he said he didn't really catch on to the idea for quite a while. And okay, it says that in fact the biggest single regret in my whole business career is that we didn't include our associates in the initial managers only self-profit sharing plan when we took the company public in 1970. I think this means that he probably like wasn't that like, I'm not sure, maybe he wasn't used to it, or he said that he kind of that was his only regret was that when they took an initial managers only profit sharing plan when they took the company public in 1970. I'm not that sure what that means. What do you think it means?
Profit sharing, like, or whatever, when the company doing well, make
They
a lot
only
of
give to
profits. Let's say you normally make 25%, now they make 30% profits, and then so they get the difference and they distribute it among the employees. Like for example, mommy recently got like 15,000 in profit sharing,
for
like
free.
that. Like yeah.
Free money. All right, that's good. Yeah, that's nice to hear. Free money's good. So sales, you shouldn't just keep it to yourself. So in a way, you're not being like, you're being helpful, but you're not losing money. You're being helpful in a way that you're playing the game. Like, I remembered something. I told my mom I wanted to be a philanthropist, like earlier today, and she told me, well, like if you know what a philanthropist meaning, that you're a super rich person that gives away a ton of money to charity.
Like Bill Gates.
Like Bill Gates, yeah, he gives away like I'm not sure. When I was young, I believe that he gave away 99% of all his money, but I think it was like 99,000 to charity or something. I don't know why I thought 99%. I was like, oh wow, Bill Gates, and then yeah, but still, Bill Gates gives a lot. He is a philanthropist, but yeah, he gives away a ton of money. How much did he give to the coronavirus? I thought he like gave away like 200 million,
Yeah.
230 million. I remember, like I heard something about that. All I know is at least like 200 million at least. And so, yeah, and I said I want to be nice. My mom said it's actually kind of well playing the game because like you could like kind of like if you give away a ton of money, one, you feel good, and two, like you could kind of avoid taxes like that. She mentioned something about that because if you're giving away money, that means that like you're putting like they're not wasting the money or something like that. Can you explain it more?
Huh? Oh, if you don't give the money out, the IRS get it from you, and then they can give it to whoever they want.
You want to choose where your money goes.
Yeah.
Do you want the IRS to take your money and then give it to somebody, or do you want to give it to somebody yourself? So in a way, you're kind of helping yourself, but you're helping another person.
Make you feel good. At least you know who you
you
want to
know
give
who
to.
you're giving it to. Because if you give it to like the IRS, like who am I giving this money to? Maybe you're not getting credited. So if you give it like $1,000 to some homeless man on the street and say go get a job, then at least you feel good. But then the government could steal your credit if they give it to somebody, then they feel good. So yeah, claim what's yours, and then give some to others.
You have more control of who you want to give it to.
Yeah, you want to control your employees. And I'm not sure how that really connects.
Control your charity money.
Yeah, so in a way, would you rather have someone choose your employees, or would you want yourself to choose it? in a way, it's kind of like that. It's not really that similar, but it's just kind of an example. So, now I'm just talking about right here. They were talking about like these random stores, but I said, and this part I think is really important. Okay. The traditional version of what happened is that the retail clerks union organized a strike against us when we opened store number 20 in Clinton, Missouri, and another one when we opened store number 25 in Mexico, Missouri. And that's response to those troubles we started, all these programs to keep the unions out. Wait, what does it mean for like a retail union to organize a strike against somebody?
Like some worker, they get together, and then they want to strike against
What do you mean by
the
strike?
employee.
Like
Strike
go
like
against?
strike
Like
like
protest?
protest like that.
So like they didn't really like more
Yeah, like
management?
they want higher salary, and then they all get together and say, "Oh, I won't work unless you like that," something like that.
What said the retail
I think
clerks union organized a strike? I'm not sure if that's a part of Walmart. Oh, I think
retail
I think
selling.
that's where they're buying their stuff, right? They think they demand higher pay.
Something
Maybe.
like that. It could be something else.
Well, they said that that is in response to those troubles we started all these programs to keep the unions out.
Yeah, keep on going. The one that you
Alright,
don't understand. Okay,
so
I might go back to it later.
yeah, they just what he meant was I think what he meant is that poor management could lead to like downfall of business. I mean, he said at the very beginning. He said somewhere like the first or second chapter. I remember he said one or two managers could lead to the downfall of Walmart. And I think what this means is that like maybe if you don't treat your employees right, they might not treat the customers right, and then the customers might not pay you right, and you don't get any money. So make sure you just treat the customers always first.
The employee can get together and strike, and one day they don't want to work because you treat them so bad.
Yeah, and like that's I remember he said that like that's why they don't spend money in advertising, because as long as their customers are treated well, they'll spread it through verbally. I would say like, hey, there's this new sale in Walmart. I just bought a bunch of toilet paper there, and then they were like, oh, really? I want to go there because I hardly see like Walmart advertise. I think I've seen an ad. I don't even know because like they hardly advertise. I know Target does. Target advertises a little, but I don't see like Walmart anywhere.
Yeah. Walmart, everyone knows that the stuff is cheap, so they heard about from other people.
Yeah, like
you should go Walmart instead of Target. It's cheaper.
But like not everybody has seen it in like YouTube ad or something.
That's why they don't need to advertise. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need to advertise because it's already super popular. I'm not sure how I first found out about Walmart. Maybe someone just wrote me.
Someone just tell you, oh, you should go Walmart instead of Target. It's cheaper stuff there.
No, but I still think Target. I like both.
Target is cleaner.
Yeah, I feel like Target's cleaner because like Walmart, I think it's like kind of overrated in my opinion because like so many people have been there. Target's like it's kind of empty, but it kind of more peaceful. But anyway, just get back to the book. Walmart's great, Target's great, and so is every other store. It says that story is only partly true. We did have labor trouble in those two stores and did fight the unions legally and overboard when we won. In fact, we never lost a union organizing the election, but the idea for sharing profits and benefits has never come up before they went public. I mean, there's some benefit that they got from going to the public. One of them was that like they learned how to like share the benefits up to their employees, which transfers to the customers. So yeah, some good things come out of it, some bad things come out of it. It's kind of like the risk. There's risk everywhere. I was always thinking about something. Is it better to have a ton of risk or zero risk?
Controllable risk.
Yeah, controllable risk.
Risk management. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to have too much.
Risk. That means that you don't. You're not going out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, if you're going to be risky, be smart. Make sure that your odds are in your favor.
You're not trying
they don't have to be in your favor. You can still do what's like impossible, like what Walmart does. Because like who knows, Walmart will become so big. They were just like a tiny store.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe if you own a store, then maybe it could become big, or maybe it already is big. So. All right. So it says Helen Walton says we are on a trip, driving someplace, and we're talking about the high salary that Sam was earning and all the benefits that he was paying the officers of the company to keep his top people. meaning that what I think means that top people deserve like top things. Meaning you want to treat the more important people like a lot better than you treat. I mean, treat your employees well. But if you're like the CEO, if you're walking next to the CEO, you might like, hey, do you want me to hold this for you or something? Because like they're kind of important and they kind of judge your life in a way because they can control whether you keep this job or not, and that job kind of controls how you live. If you don't have a job, you might lose your house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't need a job; you go into business like Sam Walton did. But yeah, he said that he paid all the top officers extra money because he wanted them to stay. And it said I suggested to him that unless those people were on board, the top people might not last long either. Meaning he paid like if you work at Walmart, the employees yes they get paid, but if you're at the top, like if you're doing really good, they don't just take advantage of you. They actually instead they just pay you more because they value better people. Meaning like you're not really on the same boat. If you're a VIP, you get on a different boat. You get on a better boat. So they just want to keep the best.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have to kind of be selective, meaning
you need to have a courage to go for it.
Yeah, and by the way, don't feel afraid of like getting rid of people who make you weaker. Unless they somehow help you, unless you somehow care for them, then you don't need to get rid of them. But yes, like you need to make room. Like say like an iPad or something. You need to make storage. If you're downloading one app and it's not good, delete it. Don't just let it stick in there. It's going to like probably like check your files, look at your pictures or anything. So you need to like in order to get something good, you have to kind of empty your cup.
Yeah.
So like you have to empty your bad cup and fill it with better stuff. So you don't want it to go overfill, otherwise you don't know what's in your cup, and that's not good because you don't know if it's good or bad people. So you just need these good people who are going to help you in your life. So I guess like the moral would probably be don't be afraid to get rid of bad people because if you don't get rid of them, you're going to have to get rid of them in the future, and you don't want to have to deal with that later on. Just get it over with like right now. So if you know someone that's dragging you down, I don't like not literally get rid of them, but like don't talk to them about your business or anything that's going to affect you. You could talk to them like friends, but you don't need to talk to them in a way that they could affect your personal life. You could do it for fun, but yeah, he says that I remember Helen Walton says I remember it because he didn't really appreciate my point of view at the time. Later on, I could tell he was really thinking about it, and when he bought it, he really bought it. So, it was kind of Helen's idea to pay the top officers because what she says is that Sam Walton didn't really buy it, meaning, he was kind of flowing with the trend. The trend would be pay less money, you get more money. But then he realized if you pay more money, you end up getting more money. Like if you add risk, you could get more money, but not in all cases. Just because you have risk doesn't mean you're gonna get money. Make sure that it's good risk. But yeah. So it was kind of Helen's idea, and I guess Helen Walton just put it in the book to get some credit. And so yeah, if someone's helpful to you, then consider their idea because ideas could be like very helpful. And okay. Alright, let's get over here. He said that I always believe strongly that we don't need unions at Walmart. And another thing they said is that and it didn't take the associates long to figure out how much better they'd be off as the company did better. Meaning that they're looking for these loyal employees. Meaning if you're gonna find someone who's gonna work for you, make sure they don't backstab you. And the only way to make sure that they don't backstab you is either one, get rid of them, or two, treat them good. If you treat them good, like they say that they think that the company would, if the company did good, then they'd be more well off. But in other companies, if they're doing better, they actually get paid less because they kind of want to make more money. So
you bribe them. Yeah, you give them more reward to bribe them.
Yeah. You kind of need to give them more to bribe them. And you bribe them, then they'll do something good for you, and you do something good for them, and you get more stuff out of it. But then they'll still be happy. So yeah, you kind of need to help them instead of leeching them out. What I mean by leeching is that like getting every single last piece of energy out of them. And then they'll quit, and then you have no one else good, and only like the bad crowds will just go to you. So, just hire who's good. And all right, another part says, okay, now he's talking about unions. It said they don't need unions at Walmart. I'm not exactly sure what a union is. What is that?
I have another attitude reading. Yeah, you can get back to them tomorrow.
Okay. So tomorrow okay, I need to remember this. I'm gonna remind you guys about unions and why bonuses are better than raises. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it later. I might divide it down. Don't worry, I'm gonna try to remember. Make sure you remember that, Ma. You never remember anything, so it's kind of pointless. So alright. It says now he's talking about like how union when it came like the serious possibility of them coming to company, meaning that management has failed and that they haven't listened to the associates or mistreating them. Meaning that if management fails, meaning like I'm not sure how to like simplify even more, but if people aren't managing well, that means that you're not that means the higher people like the CEO or something is not really listening to the associates or if you treat them. This kind of relates to a strike. That's why like poor management, like they might do the job really bad on purpose just because you treat them bad. So it's kind of like treat others the way you be treated, but treat your if you the way you treat your managers is the way you treat your customers. So make sure you treat like the customer, like make them welcome.
But sometimes it's the manager personality.
Yeah,
they
it could
treat
be
the
the
employee
manager's fault.
bad.
Maybe they're lazy.
They're
But
lazy.
usually the regular mindset, if you hire a normal person, would be that they would just do better if you take care of them better.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think bullies bully because their parents bully them?
Mm-hmm.
But unless they're rich or if the parents take care of them and it's just their personality, then there's not much you could do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay away from them. So, like same thing. If you can't change your manager, then just get rid of them. Same thing. If your manager is not treating you well, then just leave. Like if you know this is not your place, if you're working at this tough job, like my mom tells me some stories, and how if you have anything bad to you, like bad happening to you, then just don't let it happen. Like just leave. Like if you're working, if your business, actually no, don't do it for business. If you're doing a business, you're not doing well, you could still do better. But if you're working at a job and you're not doing well, there's other jobs out there, and maybe you'll do better off. So yeah, don't be afraid to get rid of what's bad, and don't be afraid to try what's good for you. And also make sure you try new things too. My mom always says that. So in Walton, he had to try a lot of new things. He had to try out like discounting. He had to try out what happens if I treat my managers well. And sometimes things go well, and sometimes things go bad. I remember sometime back here, he lost something like 37. No, like 37, either 37 or 78,000. They kind of mixed together. I'm not sure how, but like he lost that I'd say in between like at least $50,000 in one day because he tried something new. I'm not sure what it was, but it had something to do with poor management. I need to go back to that. It was like somewhere in the first chapter, but yeah, make sure that you know what you're doing. Be careful out there. And same thing for the virus. Be careful. You set the timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna keep on going. So right here says that.
Yeah, but keep on going because you didn't see one yesterday.
What?
Go for another minute.
Okay. So it says that I think anytime the employees companies say they need a union, it's because management has done a bad job managing. Meaning that if your employees are striking against you, or if they ask for a union, or if they ask for a raise, or if they're asking for something out of you, that means that your managers aren't doing a good job because they're not satisfied. Make sure that you have satisfied customers. And if you have dissatisfied customers, that means you have dissatisfied employees. So just monitor, are you selling well? And if you are selling well, that means you're treating your managers well. And if you're not selling well, that means you're treating your managers poorly. And you gotta fix that because like Sam Walton kind of like you can't get a copy from the better people. Like, you should try to copy from Sam Walton because like he's better than most of us. He's probably the richest man ever alive. No, not ever alive, but like because there's some like really long time ago he was like a king or something. But of course, like right now, he's probably better than like a lot of people. And like take advice from those who are better. And I'm trying to take advice from this guy. So all right, let's go over here. It says that we fought those situations creating traditional methods. They hired a good labor lawyer. So yeah, you should make sure you you hire a good lawyer because you don't want to use like the public lawyers or something because it's bad. But you need to hire a really good lawyer because in case you get sued, then you can defend yourself. So I'd say a lawyer is probably very important.
It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about how good your lawyer is.
Yeah, you could be wrong and your lawyer's good and they could kind of like do it really well. So as long as you hire a good lawyer, you'll be safe. And I mean, good lawyers are theirs. But if you're super good, then you probably won't lose as much. So just hire a good lawyer. And not for like the rest of the chapter, he was kind of talking about hiring some good lawyers, and yeah, he kind of just went on about that. And all right, there's been all sorts of debates over why we chose to call our employees associates, and everybody and his brother takes credit for it. I don't know, meaning that like what's an associate though? What's like a difference between associate and employee? Okay, are they kind of the same thing?
Like someone work with you, closer with you. I don't know.
Like,
you can look it up.
In a way, like I think that if you call someone an associate, it sounds better than an employee. Because like, hey, he works with me. That sounds nice. Like, hey, he works for me. That sounds kind of like harsher. Because it sounds like it's kind of slave labor. But working with just sounds better.
Later,
right?
you can look up the difference between associates, employee, and coworker.
What? Co-workers are pretty much associates, right?
Later, look it up.
But
talk about something you know.
I guess I'll just find out some more stuff later. And Hen Walton said that we were on a tennis vacation to England. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if you want to play tennis there, but I'm going to skip that because it's not important. We went to see Wimbledon. And so one day we were walking down the street in London, and Sam stopped to look at a store. And he always stopped to look at stores wherever he went, anywhere in the world, it didn't matter. At the same time, they lost a lot of our things in Italy, and thieves broke into our car while he was looking at a big discount store. Anyway, he stopped at this one English retailing store, and I remember him saying, "Look at this sign. This is great. That's what we should do." Meaning, it's pretty much just a story of Sam Walton. Kind of story of Sam Walton just copying good things from another store. Meaning, wherever he goes, he always copies something from their store. I wouldn't say it's copying, but it's just taking good ideas. Because take what's good and leave what's bad. Because everyone is doing something right. Even if your store is bad, you're at least doing one thing right. You can't be doing everything wrong because that's impossible. So, yeah, just copy from the best. Or yeah, and he mentioned something. So he said, "Look at that sign. That's great. That's what we should do." Meaning, no matter what you take from them, he said that no matter where they are or what the occasion is, Sam Walton will just literally go anywhere. He will go at every single store. If you're on the trip to Disney World or something, you're like, oh, he might look out the plane and say, "Hey, I want to go there later." And say, "Well, I listen to that store," and he just stopped. No matter what the occasion, he could be on a date with somebody. It's like, "Hey, I want to check out that store." And you can see him measuring the floor or something. But
yeah, the whole time he was thinking about his business, 24 hours.
He's always thinking about something. Someone back here, he mentioned that during his family trips and camping trips, he's always thinking about his own business and where he could even make it better. like he's restless at night. And if you have that kind of like attitude or that motivation, then
You'd be successful in
yeah, you'll become
something.
successful. So as long as you have Sam Walton motivation, he's like a hustler. He like will do like anything. He's like very intense, and yeah, he looks like. I mean, he already looks very energetic. Just look at his face. But and like Warren Buffett, he looks a little more chill. That's probably because he's older than Sam Walton. Well, no, Sam Walton's older, but I think Warren Buffett got to live longer.
That's what Warren Buffett is different than Sam Walton. Warren Walton's sales more active. Warren Buffett is passive. So most of the time he doesn't really do much of energy work. He might like, sleeping money come in passive, something slow, like that. And
Yeah.
money just coming in by itself.
So that's kind of what Sam Walton did. And all right, let's get over here. So now I was talking about like how they had to do this company, then they ended up actually doing what they copied from another store.
Are you tired?
Huh?
Are you tired?
Yeah.
Okay, can you wrap it up?
So yeah, I'm just gonna finish that. So he kind of just, if you find a good idea, use it, because always try new things. Like if you ever try a vegetable or something, like it's hard for me to do that, but maybe it tastes good. Maybe it tastes bad. Maybe it's unhealthy for you. Yeah, there are some unhealthy vegetables, like fried cauliflower. I think that's really bad for you too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you eat too much vegetables, such thing as too much, right? There's no such thing as too much money, but there's such thing as too much fruits. There's such thing as too much vegetables, because then you'll get an unbalanced diet. So yeah, just take what's good from another company, and it's not stealing. It's just borrowing without asking. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're about to see Kenneth in like a few seconds. So bye for now.